Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be reviewing the movie Joker Folie Deux, and it's kind of a mess. The movie is interesting. It's complicated to talk about it. Okay, so first and one more thing. This is a non-spoiler review. There won't be any spoilers in this, and so yeah, first I'll be going through my general thoughts of what I felt about the movie. Then I'll go into my main negative of the movie. And yeah, so firstly, so this is a sequel obviously, so you and one thing is you have to see the first Joker movie to understand this movie. So if you have not seen the original Joker, the 2019 one, you will not understand this movie because this movie starts where the previous movie ends. So yeah, that is one thing. Yeah, and this movie is like the aftermath of the first movie. At the end of the first movie, Arthur Fleck shoots Murray Franklin in the show, and this movie is basically the consequences of what happened. In a way, like not exactly. I'll talk more about it. So, but yeah, one main problem with this movie is that there is no identity. So if you ask me, what is this movie about? I'm not able to think of anything because there's no identity of movie. Like it is a musical, yes, there are songs in it, the characters sing songs, that is there, but apart from that, like for example, the first Joker movie is a psychological drama, it's a character study. This movie is not that. It is not. Like so, and there's like no sole identity which the movie relies on apart from the music. So that is one negative. Like that so when you watch the movie, you just feel like it's just happening, and like there's no connection to the characters in a way. And some messaging is there in the movie, they try to say some things, but it just feels repetitive. Like the first movie already told those things, and now you're saying the same things again in the second movie, so that again feels repetitive. And then yeah, again, this is not like a comic book movie. It's like it's a normal drama musical, but it just so happens that there's Joker in the movie and there's Harley Quinn. It's not like a comic book movie, like the Dark Knight, Heath Ledger's Joker, or Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn. It's not like that. It's just a normal drama musical movie. So one more thing is, so about the the polarizing reactions, the mixed reviews. One thing which I would say why that is that the marketing of this movie is not proper. Like this movie is a musical, and they have not marketed it like that. In the trailers, yes, there are some songs are there, but like it's not properly mentioned anywhere that it's a musical, but it is a musical. And also like people had certain expectations from this movie, and this movie, like I can see why those expectations might not have been met. And even for me, I had some expectations. Like the movie met those expectations, like some of those, and some expectations were not met. And so that I can understand why it got so mixed reviews. And another main issue which I had with the movie is, so in as if you see the first Joker, Arthur Fleck, right? So the movie is only about him. You are in his highs, you are going through him, with him in his journey throughout the movie, and he is an active protagonist. But in this movie, it's not that. It's the complete opposite. He's a passive protagonist. Like he doesn't do anything. Like people do things to him, and he just takes it. Like he doesn't do anything in this movie, and that just feels boring to watch. Like in the first movie, he actively does things which pushes the plot forward, and now you also root for him because he did those things. But in this movie, that never happens, and that is like, again, that just makes the movie boring. You just watch it, it feels repetitive, again monotonous, and it's just like that. And there's no emotional connection. Like in the first movie, you care, you really, you understand where Arthur is coming from, why he's doing what he's doing, and all that, but in this movie none of that. Yeah, it's not there. Yeah, but okay, yeah, then a few positives as well I have. Acting, Joaquin Phoenix knocks it out again, he's great. Brendan Gleeson is there in this movie, and again he's also great. Then Lady Gaga is there. I'll talk about her afterwards. There are some things which I didn't like, some issues are there with Harley Quinn, but again acting was in general again very good. And another positive which I have is that the musical sequences, like, they were incredible. Some of the sequences were so well directed, like even though emotionally there's no connection, you just enjoy what you're watching. Like sometimes the score kicks in, then the score goes out, the music kicks in, then there's so much noise, visual noise in the scene. You just feel engrossed in it, and it just feels colorful and bright. I've already said it. And it's well directed, so some sequences are actually very good, but it's just that there's no story to back it up, so that's frustrating as a viewer as well. Yeah, but the best thing about this movie is easily the cinematography. Like it's easily one of the best looking movies of this year. Every single shot is beautiful. Yeah, and like at least it's a visual treat. The lighting and the stage setup, the production, the way the camera moves in the musical sequences, and it just feels very colorful and artistic, and it's very beautiful to see that. So that is very good. Those are my general things. Then one more thing is that the ending might be very polarizing. Something happens which again, some people, I can see some people hating it, some people liking it. I personally thought it was fine. It could have been better executed, but it was fine. And like some things also felt meta. Like I won't spoil it, but this is also a courtroom drama. From the trailers you can see that. So Arthur Fleck says some things in the courtroom which does feel meta, and I don't know if it was intentional or not. And then at the end of the day, the main message from the movie, like from what I understood, is that people do all sort of crazy things for fame and movements, but then at the end they don't care about the root cause of why it actually started. This might be a message which was like, this is from what I understood. Like again, the execution was not there. Like they tried to do something, but it didn't work. It was like the first movie made a lot of money. They wanted to make a second movie. Now they didn't want to do the same thing again, so they just do a musical. And now they have the Joker, they have a musical, they just built a story around it. It felt like that. So that's what it felt. Okay, now coming to Harley Quinn. So she is the main negative of this movie. Now what I felt is there's like literally no need for Harley Quinn to be in this movie. If you remove her from the movie, it wouldn't make any difference. She's literally just there as a love interest and nothing else. Like even for her character, there's no arc. She's just there, and she's just there. She pops in and goes out, pops in, goes out, and it just feels like weird as well. Like sometimes, like her motivations are not clear as well. So I just don't know what they thought by putting Harley Quinn in the movie. It didn't work at all. Like she was just there, like nothing else. I can't say anything else. I mean, Lady Gaga, like she sang well, that was there, but again, what's the point? I mean, you are putting a whole new character, and fans, again the same thing, fans would have a certain expectation from Harley Quinn. I'm telling you, this is not the Harley Quinn which you would expect from a typical Harley Quinn. So again, it's just another character who they just gave the name Harley Quinn to her. Yeah, so that was one main issue. And so to end the video, like to end this review, I would just say, now if you think of Joker 1 and Joker 2 together, so like Joker 1 creates Arthur Fleck, like it creates Joker, right? So it shows the transition from Arthur Fleck to Joker. But the sequel in a way reverses that. It feels weird, like they tried to do kind of a full circle thing, but again it kind of worked but kind of didn't. It's just the execution. It's because of the execution it felt like weird and unsatisfying. And then again, but at the end of the day, this movie is just a cash grab. Everybody knows it. The first movie made $1 billion, so they had to make a sequel. Yeah, it shouldn't have been made, but it is here now, and I'm just saying what I felt about it. It was fine. I mean, yeah, it shouldn't exist, but it exists, right? So it's just fine. It's a fine movie. That's it. I don't have anything else to say. So yeah, see you later. Goodbye.